Hello and welcome. If you're a fan of TLC's 90-Day Fiancé, you're going to want to sit down for this. We got access to exclusive documents, spoke to people close to everyone involved, and put together a timeline, so surprising it changes everything we thought we knew about a secret relationship. Today, we're breaking it all down. Leona has officially divorced her husband, Guillermo, and now she's married her secret boyfriend, David. Carol had been secretly dating David for the past year. This is a story full of love, betrayal, and secrets that were hidden in plain sight. This is Kara's secret. To understand how big this is, we need to go back to the beginning. Let's look at the love story we all thought we knew. Leona, a confident and successful property manager from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, first met Guillermo, a charming and much younger aspiring architect, while on vacation in the Dominican Republic. Their connection was instant and strong. Their story followed a classic 90-Day Fiancé path: the older American woman, the younger foreign man, a skeptical family, and the difficult K-1 visa process. We saw Gila's excitement about coming to America and how it clashed with Carol's more serious, practical attitude. They had fights, made up, and eventually convinced everyone, including themselves, that their love could survive anything. It looked like they had made it. They got through the visa process, got married on TV, and settled down in Pennsylvania. They often shared their life on social media and looked like a success story. But behind the perfect Instagram pictures and happy posts, there were serious problems that no one saw coming. The first public sign of trouble came when they went quiet on social media. Fans, who called themselves Gar shippers, noticed some small but clear changes. In early 2023, the couple stopped posting about each other. Gila began posting more from New York City, where he had lived before. Carol's posts focused more on her work, her friends, and solo trips. Their comment sections, which used to be full of cute messages, were now silent. We spoke to a source very close to the couple, who asked to stay anonymous. They told us what was really going on behind the scenes. According to them, once the cameras were gone, real life kicked in. The age gap became more of a problem. Gila was still young and wanted to go out, build his career, and enjoy life. Carol was ready to settle down, buy a house, and have kids right away. There was a lot of pressure. They were fighting about money, about where to live, about everything. They slowly grew apart. There wasn't one big fight. It just faded over time. Our investigation shows that by mid-2023, Gila had moved out of their shared apartment and returned to New York City. But they didn't tell the public. They were still married, but living separate lives. And here's where things take a darker turn. While Gila was in New York trying to move on from reality TV, Carol wasn't alone in Pennsylvania. She had already found someone new. Our sources identified this man only as David. The name David meant nothing to 90-Day Fiancé fans. He didn't exist in the public eye. But after lots of digging and talking to sources, we were able to find out who he is. David is not involved in reality TV. He's a 34-year-old real estate investor based in Philadelphia. Our sources describe him as successful, private, and very protective of his personal life. David and Carol reportedly met through work connections in late 2022. It started very casually. They met at a networking event. David didn't know who she was or that she had been on TV. He was just interested in her. They connected over business, but the chemistry was strong. At first, it was just business lunches. But then, it turned into something more. Our sources say that by spring 2023, while Carol was still legally married to Gila and their split wasn't public, her relationship with David had become serious and romantic. But how did they keep it secret? They were extremely careful. Our digital team looked through tons of social media data, tags, posts, follows, likes, and found patterns. Carol would post a photo from a coffee shop in Coatesville. At the same time, a friend of David's would post a group photo from a restaurant in Philadelphia. And if you look closely, you could see part of Carol's jacket in the background, one she had worn weeks earlier. They used friends as a cover, met in neutral places, and avoided being photographed together. It was clearly a well-planned effort to hide the relationship. The question is, why? Were they protecting Gila? Protecting their privacy? Or was there another reason? The timeline shows that Carol was with David for almost a year before she even filed for divorce. That overlap is the center of the whole scandal. Now let's get into the proof, the divorce. We've obtained the official court papers for the divorce between Carol Leona and Gila Moa. Carol filed the petition in October 2023 in Chester County, Pennsylvania. The listed date of separation is June 2023, which matches what our sources said about when Gila moved back to New York. The divorce was filed under irretrievable breakdown of the marriage, which is Pennsylvania's no-fault divorce option. The documents show it was uncontested. This means Gila didn't fight it. He agreed to the terms. There were no spousal support payments, and they had a prenup, which made splitting everything easier. The divorce was officially finalized by a judge this morning. A source close to Gila told us he is sad, but also relieved that it's over. He's now focused on his architecture career and is casually seeing someone new. But for Carol, this wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something new that had already started a long time ago. The final divorce didn't mark the end of her marriage to Gila. It opened the door for her to start a new one. Here's the most shocking part of our investigation. We can now exclusively confirm that just hours after her divorce from Gila was finalized, Carol married David. That's right. On the exact same day she became legally single, she got married again. Sources say the couple had everything planned. The ceremony took place at a private home in Malvern, Pennsylvania, with fewer than 10 people there. A judge was on standby. As soon as Carol's lawyer confirmed the divorce was official, the ceremony started. It was like a secret mission. Everyone had to sign NDAs. Phones were taken away. It was all done in 20 minutes. Then they had a small dinner. We got a copy of the marriage license application they filed with the Pennsylvania Department of Health. This is an important piece of the story. In Pennsylvania, you have to apply for a marriage license at least 3 days before the wedding. This proves that Cara and David applied for the license while she was still married to Guillermo. Even though it's not illegal to apply while still married, you can't actually use the license until you're legally divorced. But applying early shows they were already planning to get married right away. It shows that the wedding was planned weeks or even months in advance. So to be clear, Carol Leona was still legally married to Guillermo while she was dating David, and also while she was planning her wedding to him. The divorce was just something she had to wait for before moving forward. Emotionally, this situation is complicated. So how is Guillermo handling all of this? We tried to reach out to his representatives, but they didn't respond. However, a source close to him gave us some insight. He's hurt. Of course he is. Finding out that she moved on so fast and so seriously while they were still married feels like betrayal. He had a feeling something was going on, but having it confirmed and then seeing the wedding happen on the same day the divorce was finalized was a lot. He's trying to stay calm and take the high road, but he feels like the marriage and their entire relationship were disrespected. Fans on social media are reacting strongly. The hashtag #GarIceOver is trending worldwide. The 90-Day Fiancé subreddit and other fan forums are exploding with activity. Most people feel like this is not just a betrayal of Guillermo, but also a betrayal of the fans who believed in their story. Now people are questioning whether their love story on the show was even real. And what about David? He's now part of a major controversy connected to a reality TV show that he never signed up for. Can a relationship that started in secret survive all this public attention? Even though the truth is out now, there are still a lot of questions left. When did the relationship really begin? Was it just emotional at first before it became physical? Will TLC ever talk about this? Will we see it on a future episode of 90-Day Fiancé? Happily ever after? Or will this just stay an off-screen mystery? This is a classic example of the difference between reality TV and real life. The version we see on TV is edited and cleaned up. Real life is messier. Carol and Guillermo's story looked like a fairy tale on screen, but behind the scenes, it was more complicated and painful, especially for one of them. The story of Carol, Guillermo, and David is still developing. We'll keep following it and bring you any updates. What do you think? Was Cara right to move on so quickly? Was Guillermo wronged? Let us know what you think in the comments, that we have a new update. Cara Leona has now accused her husband Guillermo Roa of being unfaithful. According to her, he might be projecting his own behavior onto her. She admitted that their relationship isn't working and said she has concerns about their future together. In the middle of all this drama, Cara released a new song called Criminal, and many fans think it reflects her personal experiences and the struggle she's had in love and marriage. As rumors of divorce grow, fans are wondering, are Carol, Leona, and Guillermo Roa still together, or is this the beginning of the end? Let's explain everything. Cara has accused Guillermo of cheating and believes he's projecting his own actions onto her. Season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After has been a tough one for the couple. After having their son Nicholas, they've had major trust and communication problems. Serious accusations are being made on both sides. Guillermo was upset that Cara was at her ex's house at 3 a.m. He was already suspicious because of her past. Even though she says she's innocent, Cara is now questioning his loyalty too. She wonders if his trust issues are actually a reflection of his own actions. Despite trying hard to make things work, Cara feels like something isn't right. She thinks her husband may have done something wrong, and their trust issues aren't just misunderstandings, they might be based on real problems. Fans are trying to figure out whether these issues are serious or just part of the ups and downs of being in a long-term relationship. So what really gave Cara that impression? What happened? Cara's behavior has confused a lot of viewers. During one episode, Guillermo got upset because Cara smiled at a message on her phone. Then, at a Latin night party, she casually mentioned that she had gone to her ex's apartment. This shocked Guillermo. It was 3 a.m., and he couldn't believe she thought that was okay. He questioned her about it, especially because of her past. But Cara told him he shouldn't question her because she knows her limits. She said, I met this person once in 2011. We've stayed friends since then. But Guillermo didn't forget about it. He remembered that he had once thought about leaving Cara over similar issues. Cara has been trying hard to prove that she's not the one causing problems in the marriage. She wants to stop any suspicions Guillermo might have about her and her ex. But nothing seems to be working. She's blaming their problems on how badly they communicate. At the same time, it seems like she's trying to turn the tables and make Guillermo the one at fault. She recently started to suspect that he was hiding something. She said, I don't want to believe he would do something like that. But then she remembered something her mom had said. In one episode, her mom mentioned that Guillermo came home late and took a shower right away. That made Cara wonder if he was trying to cover something up. Now she thinks maybe he's blaming her to take attention away from what he might have done. Both of them clearly want love and a strong relationship. But instead of talking about their feelings, they're both making assumptions and throwing blame. They're now in therapy together, but it's clear they're having problems in every area. Can they fix it? Fans will have to wait and see. Unfortunately, recent updates from both Cara and Guillermo don't look very hopeful. It seems like they might not be living together anymore, though they are still co-parenting their son. Cara says the relationship is not working. In the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, things got intense between her and Guillermo. After Cara had a late-night party with her friends and saw her ex, the couple got into a serious argument. Guillermo was shocked and upset. He asked her about her connection with the ex-DJ, and he didn't like the answers. Cara tried to say that her relationship with the DJ is only professional, but Guillermo wasn't convinced. Their fight made a lot of fans wonder if the marriage is falling apart. Because of their ongoing trust and communication problems, there have been major marital issues. Recently for Cara and Palamo on 90 Day, Finance Happily Ever After, there was a rift between the famous couple about their financial situation in the past. Their relationship has deteriorated due to Cara's focus on music and Guillermo's interest in aviation, which are at odds with one another. The famous couple has also been having problems with closeness, which has been causing them to withdraw from one another. It appears like, and Carrara's relationship is on the brink of collapse due to BMO's mounting skepticism of Carrara. Last week's episode of 90 Days to a Happily Ever After exposed the marital problems that Cara and Pilmo are experiencing. In a rare videotape obtained by Ian Online, the pair is seen getting into a heated dispute with Vermo making accusations that Cara is seeing someone from her past. Carrera, according to Guillermo, was out dancing the night away with her, pearls, and a DJ until 3 o'clock or 4 in the morning. The fact that she has known the same guy before has made him feel strange. His feeling of safety in their connection was undermined by his discomfort with their interactions. Cara responds by detailing her brief encounter with DJ. I met this person in 2011. Since then, we have been extremely close friends, she adds. Cara stresses that she exclusively visits the guy for work-related purposes, specifically to promote her music. Even after hearing Cara out, Guillermo remains unconvinced. As she confronted Guillermo about his distrust, Cara was deeply wounded. He is accusing me of something, but there is no proof of it, and that hurts me, she stated. Cara proceeded by saying, I have never done anything, demonstrating her unwavering devotion. The wildest part is that I have never stopped having your back, she yells out to him, expressing her dissatisfaction with their relationship. Cara and Guillermo's trust troubles have fans wondering if they can salvage their marriage. Carol, Leona's new song, Criminal, mirrors her personal life, reflects her own journey. As always, Carol Leona's Daring You Him is the talk of the town. She has been putting her musical talents to the test, and her fans have been nothing but supportive, launching 2 consecutive smash hits. The 90-day Firestar is carving out a niche for herself beyond reality television. Kyra has shocked her fans with a hotter version of her new tune, Criminal, which she released recently. Her most recent song, she said, frankly, is a reflection of her own path. The TLC star elaborated on the ways in which it relates to her own life. The vivacious and energetic Leona has long been a fan favorite. She is currently putting the same intensity into her music, which has resulted in a string of smashes. The most recent season of Happily Ever After features the marital issues of Carol Leona and Jura, stars of 90 Day Fiancé with her husband's blessing. The former is launching a successful career as a bachata singer. She was taken aback when her husband told her he was leaving their job to pursue a career as a pilot. The TLC pair is having a hard time dealing with their growing trust concerns while still juggling their careers. Observing Cara's smile in response to someone's text made Bamo question her allegiance. Upon hearing her husband's accusations, the latter was taken aback. She had the impression that her spouse was keeping something from her as well. In the previews, the reality TV personality asked Guillermo whether he had been with other women while married to her. Who is responsible will be revealed in the following episodes, much to the fans' anticipation. Once again, Carol Leona's new daring musical single has been getting people talking. Criminal, her new song video, was recently uploaded to her YouTube channel. The TLC star recently discussed her new music in an interview. After stating it's kind of a spicier type of energy, Leona went on to describe how the entire idea relates to her own life. She portrayed a lady who, after being betrayed, decided to become the victim of betrayal herself in order to exact revenge. The 90-Day Fire star opened up about the heartbreak that happens when people love deeply but ultimately fail to commit. Because of this, Cara showed how betrayal compels victims to act similarly toward others. In her statement, she made it clear, I'm never doing that again. I'm just going to steal hearts, and I'm not going to care. It is so painful to be open and trusting with someone and then have everything fall apart, the bachata singer said. The video shows Leona tape the lips of her co-stars Jamal, Rob, and Josh before stealing a kiss. The 90-Day Bad Boys were also a part of her story, which she shared with Oak magazine, bringing together 90 Day and My Music Is Something I Adore, the TLC star revealed. The actress heaped admiration on her co-stars saying how hard they worked on the video. Leona and Guillermo Rogers still together. Inside, those divorce rumors, Cara, then 29 years old, and Vilmo, then 23 years old, were introduced to TLC fans on season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé. While Carol was in the Dominican Republic on a business trip, the two happened to meet. The next step was for Carrera to be asked to take a job in the Dominican Republic. She didn't know anyone there except Carrera, and Pilmo surprised their relatives by being engaged after immediately deciding to move in together. During their appearances on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, fans have noticed friction between the married parents and the aspiring pilot who dances bachata. Following the episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After that aired on September 8th, scroll down to discover all the details regarding Carrera and Guillermo's relationship, social media presence, and more. Carrera and Guillermo have remained mum about their split as of September 2025. The fact that they have unfollowed one other on Instagram says it all about their strange relationship. Carrera and Pilmo have made it plain since their debut on season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After that their relationship has been troubled by challenges related to closeness, jaw, and other matters. Episode 10 marked the beginning of Cara and Guillermo's separation. I wished it were different. Cara confessed, I don't think we're compatible. It in no way diminishes my affection, concern, and esteem for you as a parent and a son. She instead stated, I simply believe that we hold radically divergent narratives regarding our arrival at this point. Ka revealed early in the season that Guillermo had abandoned her before their reunion in episode 10. She said he departed a few of days ago. He departed. I think we're both hoping this is only temporary, she continued. We just got to the point where we can't even talk without it devolving into a fight, Carrera said during filming, explaining why she asked him to leave. What happened in 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After episode 4? Cara disputed BMO's accusations that she had done anything wrong in season 9. Even though the altercation didn't take place on camera, Cara informed producers, Guillermo saw me laughing and writing on my phone a few days ago, and he legitimately thinks that I'm hiding something. When questioned about the validity of his accusation, Ka adamantly stated there's zero truth to his accusations. Although Ka and Guillermo's reconciliation is unknown, Ka did say, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I feel okay and I'm optimistic that everything's going to be fine, and then other times it feels like we're really on the brink, like on the edge of the end. Recalling their initial feelings for one another is the saddest part. As Cara puts it, I remember how joyful we were. She said, you know, there's this new Pilmo that I feel like a whole different person from the old Guillermo. And then there's the old Guillermo, whom I truly adore. How he arrived here is a mystery to me. Rumors started circulating in season 9 that Cara and Guillermo were no longer in a relationship. As the episode was airing, social media detectives saw a clear indicator of a split amongst reality stars. Cara and Bamo no longer follow each other on Instagram. Cara and Bamo both share images of their son, but you won't see any of the three of them together very often anymore. The fact that Cara and Guillermo don't appear to be wearing